There are numerous multi-million subscriber YouTube channels that have announced they're quitting the platform.
I made the decision to quit.
I'll be handing off the channels.
Now it's time to take a breather.
I'm quitting YouTube.
I'm quitting YouTube.
These creators have been on YouTube for years, and a lot of them announced they are leaving, not making any more videos, or they're going to significantly pull back the amount of videos they produce. So what does that mean for YouTube as a platform, and for those of you who are wanting to start YouTube channels in 2024 or get your video podcast onto YouTube? Is now still a good time? We'll get to why this might actually be a huge opportunity for you as a new creator on YouTube, but let's look at why these creators are leaving the platform and how many of them are really leaving completely. These are creators with millions of subscribers who have been making videos for a very long time, and one of the common reasons between all of them is that YouTube feels like a treadmill. It can be stressful to create the amount of videos to the level that they've been doing it for years, and a lot of them are just experiencing burnout. Some of them also feel like the reasons why they joined the platform to begin with, to make videos on a certain topic or be creative in a certain niche, that they're not really able to do that anymore, or they're just no longer passionate about creating for YouTube specifically. And another big part of having a channel this size is there are usually teams of people behind it, and when there are teams of people, even dozens, the task actually becomes less being creative and making cool videos where you just have to manage a team. But other creators like Marques Brownlee, he runs the MKBHD channel, said he's not going anywhere, and he had some great advice for creators to stay in the game for the long term and how to prevent some of this burnout and stress. We'll get to those points in a second. But what does that mean for you? If you wanted to start a YouTube channel in 2024 or get your video podcast on there, is it still a good time? Absolutely yes. YouTube right now has over 2.7 billion active users in 2024. That was billion with a B. 2.7 billion. And many news outlets say that podcasts are entering their YouTube era right now. So if you wanted to start a channel or get your podcast on YouTube, yes, now is the time. And the fact that some of these larger creators might be slowing down their production means there's an opportunity for you to jump in and gain some of that audience and eyes for your content. Now, just in the last year, TikTok did surpass YouTube as the number of minutes watched per day for the average user. But that means you should just be on all those platforms. Be posting to YouTube, both long-form content and short-form, and post that short-form content to TikTok as well. And if you record your content with Riverside, we make that easy. Our AI feature called Magic Clips will create those vertical videos automatically, put captions on there. You can download those files and then share them on YouTube Shorts and TikTok in just a few seconds. But if you're putting concerted effort into YouTube this year, how can you make sure you don't end up burning out or stressing out and leaving the platform a few years later? Well, number one is finding your pace. What can you create now consistently without feeling stressed, burnt out, and actually get creative, that you're actually producing quality content? I love this step-by-step from creator Jay Klaus. He says when you're just starting out on a platform, quantity is actually better than quality, mostly because you need to get better at producing for that platform. If you're just starting out on YouTube, even Mr. Beast says you have to make 100 videos before you really start getting skilled in that area.
Is make 100 videos and improve something every time. Do that. And then on your 101st video, we'll start talking like maybe you can get some views.
Yeah. So try to produce a lot of content, but maybe don't spend so much time on editing. Once you're a few months in and you've created a lot of content, now switch and focus on quality. Maybe make slightly less content, but up the quality. Maybe start looking at your gear, upgrading your equipment, but also adding visual effects, B-roll. How can you make your videos more visually engaging? And then once you've become good at quality, now you can do quality quantity. Hopefully you've become efficient in the process and you can create more content at still that high level. But it's still important to find your pace. Is it 2 long-form videos a week, 1 long-form video a week, or once a month? Whatever you can sustain and not feel stressed doing it, that's the pace you should take long-term. Remember, YouTube and podcasting, these are long-term games. You want to be in it for the long haul, which comes to number 2. As you grow, as your channel grows and your audience, only delegate when necessary. Often people try to delegate different parts of their business, whether it's editing or thumbnail generation, and that can be good, but remember to keep the things that you really care about the most as your tasks. So if you really love writing and planning your videos, don't delegate something you love doing and are passionate about. Back to MKBHD, he had some great tips for creators. He talked about being a YouTube creator is kind of like being an octopus. Here's what he says.
And if you are a creator, in some way there is a part of the game, there is something that you fell in love with at the beginning, it's really worth figuring out what that is and just keeping that.
And also choose something you're not as skilled in. Maybe it's creating those thumbnails, or maybe it is the editing process. Just delegate that one part, that one arm of the octopus, and keep everything to yourself just for now. Another huge advantage here would be finding tools that make it easy to edit and sometimes do the work for you, which is exactly what Riverside does. When you record your podcast or any video content with Riverside, we make it easy to record high quality video and audio with remote guests, but then we have lots of tools on the editing side. You get an AI transcript and even AI show notes with takeaways and timestamps to make all the publishing much easier on the back end. Our Magic Clips will create those vertical videos for you. If you create an hour podcast, you can get 10 to 15 vertical videos. And the Riverside editor means you don't have to download any files at all. Edit it all in the Riverside editor, add those captions, change the format. If you're ready to delegate, I would say try Riverside today. There's a link down in the video description, and I'll put a playlist right up here that goes over all the new features and how to use the new Riverside editor to create visually engaging content. Number 3, it's important to balance growth versus authenticity. Obviously, if you're just starting out, you want to grow your platform, you're looking for the views and subscribers, try to make content and discuss topics that people are searching for, what's trending, anything that can quickly gain eyes onto your content so you can start growing your audience. But always balance growth with authenticity, meaning what is it that you actually want to create? Why did you join the YouTube platform to begin with? If there are videos that you're passionate about but may not get as many views, be sure to put some of those in there every once in a while. It's important to be authentic, and the audience that follows you, even through those videos that might get less views, that's the audience that's going to stick with you for the long term. So balance some growth content, meaning some trending topics, things that are popular, with authentic to you. And honestly, there's a whole movement on the anti-Mr. Beastification editing style. I don't know if that's all one word or not, but we have a video coming on that really soon. So subscribe to this channel and I'll explain what that means. And finally, number 4, as MKBHD said in his video, keep your heart, meaning what it was that you were passionate about and why you wanted to join the platform to begin with. Whether that's a topic or a part of the creation process that you just really love to do, make sure to not lose that in the long term. No matter how big your YouTube channel gets or how much content you are producing, make sure to find your heart and keep your heart. Don't stay on the treadmill and get burnt out all the time. Take breaks, delegate when necessary, but keep to the thing that you are passionate about and that you wanted to create in the first place. And hopefully you can be on the platform and in the game for a long time. Remember, 2.7 billion users. There are still lots of people on YouTube watching content, and the next video might be yours. If you have questions or if we can help you in any way, leave a comment below this video. I answer those personally. And again, don't forget to subscribe to the Riverside channel. We can help you with your gear, your editing process, and how to use Riverside to make the entire process much faster and easier so you can create that content and delegate to Riverside. Hit that like button before you go, and I'll put 2 videos up here. YouTube thinks you're really going to like this one, and that playlist on how to learn to use Riverside is right up here. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.